Muses, where everything is awesome. And you know what's kind of awesome is A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I just got done watching the first episode and I absolutely loved it. Yes, I did, Precious. So if anyone else was watching it, well, please join in the chat and we can talk about it, or I will talk about it to myself because that makes me very happy. Yes, it does. I talk to hear about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really, really ticks me off. Well, you know what? They didn't F it up so far. So far. It was really well done. First of all, this is probably the best of George R. Martin. I mean, he did a 10 out of 10, a 20 out of 10 with this. This is probably his best tale easily. And so far, they have been very, very faithful to it. Now, they added a few things, but we're going to talk about that. I didn't mind them. I didn't mind them one little bit. The dude who plays Duncan, oh my gosh, or Duncan the Tall, he is amazing. They kept his accent, his Irish accent, a kind of a West Cork thing kind of going on, maybe, or did I hear Galway? I don't know, but definitely it's not the Dublin accent, so it's amazing. And he's great. And the little kid who plays Egg, he is adorable. Oh my gosh, he is absolutely adorable. And obviously, there will be spoilers here. Now, unlike some assholes like HBO, I'm not going to spoil the whole freaking thing, though. But, obviously, there will be spoilers. My goodness gracious. They're like, oh, coming up. I thought it was going to be just like a quick little preview. They practically showed the whole blankety blank thing. It made me really mad because there were some things I didn't want to see because I was looking forward to seeing it and I didn't want to see it like this. HBO, heck, nabbit, what's wrong with you? But I guess I know better now. I'm not going to watch any of their extra stuff and they could just, F off with that. Now, it starts off exactly like the book. I mean, they did a really good job, rather than the novella. They kept the simplicity of it all, and a lot of Duncan's inner monologue. Dunk's inner monologue is done by him talking to his horses, which I thought was very good. Gave a few lines to Egg here and there, but yeah. Gosh, that kid who plays Egg is so cute. You see, I didn't know if he was going to be obnoxious cute, but he was not obnoxious cute. He was good cute. And he was very much like Egg. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to see more of it and some revelations. But very simple. The only thing that I thought was ridiculous of the whole deal was when they did that silly starting the Game of Thrones music and then just cut it off to have him defecating. I'm like, really? That wasn't funny. It was stupid. You didn't need to do that. I think they thought they were being very clever, but it's like, yeah, no, that was probably the worst part of the whole thing. I don't need to see how a dude craps out in the woods. I think we all know that if you've ever been camping, but I can forgive that. I just can't forgive the stupid music thing going with it. But beyond that, once you get past that silliness, because I don't like fourth wall breaking, and it felt fourth wall breaking. Then we went on to seeing, him going off to the stable. I mean, just right away, and the dialogue's taken straight from the book. We see the drunken dude who we all know who he really is. He's like, stay away from me. I dreamed of you. And of course, Dunk's like, what? And we learn, of course, that is very, very significant. So I just like that. And I just really felt like it was very lived in. Things were dirty. I mean, that's just the way things would be. I did love the atmosphere of the tents and the music, just what I was expecting. I have a short coming up that's going to be talking about that. So hopefully, if y'all would perhaps watch that when it comes on, I would definitely appreciate it. But yeah, man, good stuff. Now, the thing that was different that they did was they had this extra scene with Lionel Baratheon, the Laughing Storm, and he was a little bit flamboyant. I don't know if that's where they're going with this, but he and Dunk had some really good dialogues and moments, and they were dancing and they were partying and all of that. So, speaking of hello, Salty Traveling Sea. Um, did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you watch it? Yeah, I did give you the link if you wanna come on, if you did watch it. I guess if you didn't watch it, that wouldn't, be okay, but no, I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and you can tell that they are completely sucking up to him. First season, they always do that trick to George R. R. Martin where they do everything he wants the first season or most of it, and then they just screw him. Okay, I was going to watch tomorrow. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. At Trans, he says, White Cloaks Alex has been testing our group with updates. He said we got a show. If he's talking about this, then yes, I was going to watch tomorrow. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. If I understood you correctly. But yes, it's good. It's very, very good. Are you sure you don't mean texting with updates, perhaps? It was so good. And I didn't mind that they added those things with Lionel Baratheon because of what we know is gonna be happening later. I think it kinda works that they did do a bit of a connection there, and they had more dialogue. Oh, texting, I see what you're saying. They had more dialogue with the whores. There was one whore, I think, the redheaded whore that was in the book, the novella, but they added another one, and their banter helped kind of explain some things. And Dunk, I really felt for him. You could tell he's not used to being around girls, and then finally he's like, "Why are you mocking me?" And they even started to feel bad. I mean, everyone is just, like, so moved by this poor guy's honesty, and that was something that they added with Lionel Baratheon, where he's like, "Why are you here? What?" And Dunk's like, "What the hell?" He was invited there by Raymond, and then it's just like supper. I love that, and first of all, I wanna eat that tart. Oh my gosh, and that big leg of chicken. Apparently, there is boobs too, always a plus. Yeah, some random ones though, if you wanna see, well, the only nude ones were actually naked? I mean, dead? So, I don't know if that's gonna be too exciting, but yeah, the whores, and they were plump and normal looking, not little sticks. Again, I feel this is far more lived in. You get to see Dunk's butt when he is bathing, that's a plus. If that's how you swing. I mean, I swing straight, so yay. I loved him. I loved him. I loved him. I loved him. I thought he was great, and I can't just say it enough. Egg is amazing. Oh my gosh, Egg. Egg is so good. He is so cute. They did a fantastic job of also having him say the speech that doesn't sound like a kid from Flea Bottom. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh yeah, I got that comment there from Salty Traveling Sea. So good times. Good times. That was fun. When he was on the horse and he had his little armor on, oh my gosh, he was so cute. Oh, I'm gonna just gush over this little kid. He is so cute. And Duncan is so cute. Dunk Dunk the Lunk, thick as a castle wall. They really showed that. Um, and we got to see it with some clumsiness that Dunk has. We can't always get inside his head, obviously. He can't always be talking to his horses. So when he's in the castle, he keeps bumping his head, but they did it really well. They did it very well. Um, and oh yeah. What I liked also about what they showed with Lionel, we also saw a little bit with Raymond. First of all, Raymond is awesome. We love Raymond here at Miss Martin Muses and his stupid cousin Stefan. And we see already that there's good people and bad people. Dundarian was a total douchebag, and you could tell even the whores weren't very happy with how douchey he was being. It is Crouching Taylor Hidden Swift. Wow. Good to see you always. My gosh. Your name keeps changing. Fantastic to see you. It's been a while. So we have the douchery, but also we have the goodery. See, there are good and pure people in Westeros, even among the nobility. Now we know the Laughing Storm is awesome for reasons. Well, since freaking HBO decided to show everything, never watched their previews. I mean, I'm kicking myself, even though I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm like, really? I wanted to see these for the first time, whatever. I mean, I saw some of the trailers, but this was ridiculous. Um, yes. So the fact that we know that Lionel is a good guy, the Laughing Storm, we know that, Raymond is, and he's a squire to the douchebag, his cousin. The cousin's the douche, but we see Raymond being a good, and he's good to Dunk, and even, some of the authority people, you can tell that they are sympathetic to Dunk because he's just so good, and he's just so pure. And what makes this story so good is that purity is not stupid purity. That purity comes on top. W Good does get rewarded. So different from the other works that you'll see with, Martin. Well, unless the Song of Ice and Fire says something, you know but to a certain degree, even when we're looking at the Dance of Dragons and the way that the House of the Dragon, well, we don't know how it's gonna end in this stupid TV show, but, the people had it coming. The bad people had it coming. But again, not all are bad. Not all Targaryens are bad. Oh my gosh, it was so obvious that the dude was a Targaryen, but I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I love him, that character. As so far as we see the drunk in the inn, but we know it's Darren Targaryen. And of course, Egg. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna quit raving about cute little Egg. Another thing that I wanted to be a little bit cranky about, though, I was a little bit cranky about the music that has the whistling. That did not sound medievalish. It actually sounded like a spaghetti western, like something that you would see with Bonanza or something. It did not fit with Middle Ages. I did not like that whistling music, not one little bit. I know what they were going with it, and you can get a kind of a whistle sound that would give the medieval kind of thing going on, but they certainly did not do that. Oh gosh. I nearly geeked out like a weirdo when I saw the, elm tree for the first time that we know is gonna be on the shield. Oh gosh, we saw his winged chalice shield, for crying out loud. The detail was really, really good. We know for a fact that they were sucking up to George R. R. Martin because he was so pissed off about, Ryan Condal, and he was so pissed off. And so I think this whatever guy, Ira, is that his name? I I saw him on the behind the scenes thing. I didn't mind the behind the scenes because that didn't spoil anything. Man, I might just go off on HBO because they suck. They suck for doing this. But you could tell the little details. But here's the other thing. It's there for you. So apparently, at least in this first episode, the person looked at the source material and said, "Here it is. Wow, I've been handed something on a silver platter. Let's do it. Let's do it." And even though it all looks good and everything, you can tell they didn't spend a gazillion dollars on it. And you don't have to spend a gazillion dollars on things if it's got a good story and a character you like. So, as someone who loves someone who loves Dunk and Egg, I was so happy that I liked them. I really am. So far, no stupid references to Game of Thrones, no stupid dagger or any stupid crap like that. I'm sure they will do that. But it's like, yeah, well, way to go. I don't know if HBO makes them put it in. We shall see. But yeah, so the whistling I didn't like, the stupid little joke at the beginning with the Game of Thrones movie music I didn't like, but other than that, yeah, and it just gives truth to the lie, or the lie to the lie. Shows us a lie, it's a straw man when individuals say that, "Oh, you just don't like that we had to add things, sometimes you have to add things." It's like, "No, we don't mind if you add things as long as if it doesn't take away from the overall story." Like, I didn't feel like that extra scene with, the Baratheon, Lionel Baratheon and Dunk took away from the story. I actually feel like it perhaps enhanced it for reasons. Though it is kinda epic the way it happens in the book, I understand it. I definitely understand that. So yes, you can add things without it being asinine. You can even change things, even small things. With It's not that people mind when you change things; it's when you change things and make it gay-tarded, or good-tarded rather. Not, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Another change. Little bit silly, but I can understand why they did it. The puppet show was way too high quality. The way too high quality. Tenzel's dragon show, and she wasn't actually operating the dragons and the puppets the way she was in the book. And it was cool, but those dragons, it was like a little puppet show, like a normal puppet show, not something like the size of a real dragon. It was cool, but yeah, that was a change that I don't like, but on the other hand, it's not a change that changes everything. And we do know that the fact it is a dragon plays a role in later events, so I can forgive them that. Tenzel, she was fine. I mean, some people might complain. It's not really race swapping there. I mean, she's from Doran. And I think they did much better with that aspect of it, that, it just wasn't like you had a random character like the sea snake and all of, I mean, they're supposed to, oh, never mind, just screw House of the Dragon, it sucks, but they did it well. We know they have to put certain characters in, but, she's from Dorne. And I think the guy who plays Lionel Baratheon is of Hispanic heritage or maybe Middle Eastern. I don't know. Help me out here. I was fine with that too. I mean, because he looked like a Baratheon. And I have yet to see one of my favorite characters, Baelor. He was in the preview. I didn't mind the preview, but of course I had to give the preview that kind of gives things away. But I mean, what's going on is something that is huge, huge, game changing. So game changing that the dreamer had to dream about it. The Targaryen did. But oh, just 3 thumbs up. Can I have 3 thumbs up? 2 thumbs up. Very, very happy with this. And again, I cannot stress enough that people that say that George R. R. Martin is nihilistic or stuff and can't write good characters, they're proving they haven't read his work. Good wins in this story. Good wins. Doing the right thing wins in this story. And it tells us what true nobility is. So I will give George R. R. Martin credit where credit is due. Even if he goes full guitared like he did in this recent interview, I will rake him over the coals when he deserves it. But in this, he deserves everything. And what's really good about this novella is you can stop it at the end of this one. You can stop it after the next one. You can stop it after the third one. So I don't mind that it's not quote unquote finished. Um, like even this Hedge Knight, I'm just looking at this in isolation. Here I have the first season that I want to watch. I know it's going to be good because George has already said so. So the second season betrayal hasn't happened. I will eat my hat if there is no second season betrayal, but you can watch this in isolation because you know what? When something's good, watch it. When something's good, love it. And that is my humble opinion. So with that in mind, well, I guess that's gonna be it for me this evening. I got all my thoughts out. Thank you, everyone that popped in. Thank you, Salty Traveling Sea. Thank you, Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift. And thank you, all of the people that will be watching. Oh, some people are popping in. Are you seeing this? Did you watch this? Please let me know. Please let me know. And let me know what you think. Did you like it as much as I did? Am I stupid? Am I missing something? Was there something so obvious that I'm like, girl, didn't you see how they did this? And I will not be a big faker in the sense that I'm normie, definitely normie when it comes to Song of Ice and Fire, but that doesn't count until it's finished. But I'm pretty much a normie with this Hedge Knight stuff in this era. I have not studied it very much. I've only read it twice. I just finished my second reading this evening for the Hedge Knight. So that is something I don't quite know very well, but maybe come back to me in a week. Maybe I'll just study it all week. Because unlike George R. R. Martin, I actually can study. I actually can put my nose to the grindstone. Fire and Blood's my thing, but this is easily becoming my favorite. Definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So once again, I want to thank everyone that popped in, everyone that's popping in later, perhaps. Leave comments and let me know. Tell me what I got right, tell me what I got wrong, or what I may have left out. I'm going to be doing my Hedge Knight final chapter tomorrow. If you would like to follow along with those, I have it under my Night of the Seven Kingdoms playlist. So, yeah, read the book. Read the book. So, have a great day. Have a great day. Be certain to be true to your vows.